Who bewitched you? Many people, when we hear the term witchcraft, we think of an old woman who wakes up at night. We think of an old man who is evil, who uses juju to do stuff in your life. But the Apostle Paul is telling us in the book of Galatians chapter number 3, he is writing to the Galatians and saying, you foolish Galatians, who bewitched you? In verse 3, he mentions that you started well in the spirit, but you let the flesh enter, and you now using your human thinking or your human effort to perfect things. But when you started in the spirit. But the Apostle Paul is explaining to them that you are bewitched. So when God is leading you, he wants you to lead you step by step, and he wants you to follow the Holy Spirit. When you follow the Holy Spirit, your reasoning is not very necessary, but what you do is you follow him. You know, when you follow the Holy Spirit, you don't let the flesh enter. You don't let worldly ideas enter and begin to dictate you how you should walk this journey of life. You know, when Moses had led so well the children of Israel, God had led him, God had directed him, God had given him instructions, and he had followed God's instructions. He walked with God. But at some point, if you read the book of Numbers chapter number 20, God told him to beat the rock once, and Moses went ahead and beat it twice, because the flesh entered and told him that for this to be so perfect, do it twice. Many of us, we are so frustrated with life simply because we have stepped away from the leading of the Holy Spirit. We have decided to use our intellectual, our knowledge, and our worldly understanding to step into the things of the Spirit. You started well that project, but right now you have gone wayward simply because you have decided to let the flesh step in. You started well in the spirit, your journey of life. You started your family with God, but suddenly you started to receive ideas, worldly ideas that came in and disturbed what God had started. Who bewitched you? Who bewitched you? So the apostle is trying to tell us that the moment that we decide to step aside and begin to bring in ideas of the world into the things of the spirit, we have been bewitched. So witchcraft is when an idea that is outside God's idea enters. Witchcraft is when God gives you a divine direction and you have ideas that come into your mind and tell you that the easiest way is to do this, or the most secure way is to do this. Witchcraft is not only when you receive food when you are sleeping, but witchcraft is when something that is not of God enter your system. It can enter your mind, it can enter your thoughts, it can be an idea that makes you divert from the way God has been leading you. You have started well, but who bewitched you? God bless you, and see you in the next video.